You guys can struggle along with me as I try to figure out how to take this splash guard off without cracking something. Hey you guys, what's up? So in today's video, I'm gonna replace the Dodge Viper battery. So that's what we're gonna be working on today. Hopefully it won't be too bad. That doesn't necessarily... Well, my light just turned off. Huh. Well, the shot looks pretty good still, I guess. Ooh, that's pretty hot. Maybe that's why. All right, so no ring light. Where was I? Oh yeah. So the Viper has the same battery in it that came with it when I first got it. Now that I've had the Viper for several years and it's up and running again, figured it's as good of a time as any to put a new battery in there and hopefully start things off on the right foot for this new season. So I haven't done it before myself. I know the process roughly, but let's go check it out and see what it's like. Hopefully it's bright enough for you guys because I was gonna use my ring light. First step of this process is using your fancy dance little Viper hubcap tool, like so. All right, 3/4 is the winner. Oh man, boys and girls, this thing is a monster. All right, phase 1 complete. I'm gonna do my best to make it so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. All right, what are these? 7/16. You guys see these holes right here? So these are supposed to have, for lack of a better description, they're supposed to have trim screws, holders, whatever in here, but they don't. So I'm gonna have to get some new ones. All right, so you usually take these out. You got those two, then there's 3, I think, on the bottom. And 2 more on the inner wheel well. Now the mystery becomes, how do I get this panel off? You guys can struggle along with me as I try to figure out how to take this splash guard off without cracking something, breaking something, or just damaging something in general. There we go. I really need a light. I really need a light in here. That would be helpful. Oh, that's the light. Okay, cool. It's not the most elegant setup, but it works. Kind of cramped in here if you guys hadn't figured that out. Gotta find which size this is now. So this appears to be 8mm in terms of the sockets that I have that'll actually fit it. All right, let's get this other one loose. Awkward angles, you guys, awkward angles. And this bottom one, apparently, is a half. All right, there we go. That required some work. Sounds like one of those old bird calls. You remember those things? Okay. That is a heavy battery. All right, so I went and got a battery and I was gonna put the new one in, but that battery tray is looking a little ripe. So I think I'm gonna work on cleaning up this tray. Trying to get rid of that rust, trying to clean it up a bit. All right, it's got some mineral spirits on a rag here. I'm gonna try to clean it up with a little bit. I've decided I'm gonna try to do some touch-up paint. I'm getting a paint barrier in place. All right, you guys, moment of truth. All right, I think that's pretty good. All right, let's get this battery in here. Do not want to drop this friggin' battery. Okay. Yeah, it definitely scratched my new paint job. Oh my God. This terminal is like all chewed up. That's disappointing. I don't think it's gonna interfere. I forgot to mention that when you do a battery change on the VIPER, you need your fob to deactivate the security system, else your VIPER won't start back up. That's why I'm gonna do this startup test right now. All right, crisis averted. All right, here we are back again in this cave of a wheel well. One last step before we put this splash guard inner fender liner on is this clip. All right, as far as I can tell, that thing is good. It feels pretty solid. All right, let's work on the splash guard. Should I have probably cleaned this splash guard? Yes, but did I? No, I didn't. I am a little confused as to how to get this thing back in. I got it out and it was weird. And getting it back in is gonna be weird too. I would hate to have to go back and watch my footage in reverse to see how I actually need to move this to get it back in. That would be pretty embarrassing. That lip goes on the outside. Is it almost there? I think so. There we go. That's it. Super awkward. I'll start with these guys. All right, you guys. Through various research online and talking with some of my VIPER friends, we have determined that this should not be a bolt or a screw. It should be one of these, a plastic fender clip. And that was kind of evident in my mind because when I got to this screw bolt thing that was there, it wasn't secure. It was just sort of floating and sitting in this opening, and it just kind of pulled and popped right out. That's when I started to suspect that maybe that bolt screw thing shouldn't be there. And so yeah, one of these fender clips need to be here. With that said, I cannot find a clip that will fit in this particular space. I can buy some VIPER clips off of the internet for $1 or $2 a piece, but then shipping's like 20 bucks. Like literally 20 bucks to ship these 2 clips. So that's why I started looking locally, but then I couldn't find anything local either, and blah blah blah. So I have decided to tap this hole so it has some threads, and then I will see if I can find a nylon bolt and washer that will fit up here and a nylon bolt and washer that will fit down there. All right, I just finished tapping threads into that hole, and so let's get this whole friggin' thing finished up. This is the nylon bolt I got. All right, looks pretty good. And the new one. There we go. I like the black better anyways. All right, we're almost ready to put the wheel back on, but before we do that, there's one last thing I want to do. These are 3 holes where there's supposed to be 3 fender screws, but hey, guess what? They weren't there. They're completely gone, missing from this side. I found some reproductions and I'm gonna put them in. Okay. That looks pretty good. We are so close to being done, but I'm gonna put some more anti-seize on the wheel studs here. This is truly messy stuff. All right, all done. All right, here we go. The most fun part of all the fun parts, getting this massive beast back on. Well, somehow I wasn't recording when I actually got the wheel on, so sorry about that. But I'm just tightening up the lugs now. All right, torque wrench time. 90 foot-pounds. And the final touch. Okay, so my light stopped working at the beginning of this video and it's still not turning on, so apparently I might need a new light. In any case, project complete. New battery installed and some bolts and screws and fender pins and other stuff, and I mean it was kind of a whole hodgepodge of different things I had to do just to install a new battery, but hey, you know what? That's how it goes. Next video is probably gonna be oil and oil filter change, and then from there, it'll hopefully be ready to take out for a drive, first drive for the new car season. Oh my God, I'm so excited. But as always, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one.